Okay, I want to talk to you about processing emotions because most of us aren't taught how to process emotions and it causes a lot of difficulty in our lives. I was really excited and very immersed in creating the content for my goddess retreat, Healing the Inner Child. I've done a lot of work like this over the years and helped people with this, but I've never done a group doing this, okay? So I was really, really excited about this. And I kept on coming up with all these great ideas and rewriting meditations and activities and putting them in a special order and everything, and very immersed for it for about 3 weeks. And then a few days ago, all of a sudden I felt this sadness in my body, like just depressive, like all of a sudden, oof. And there was no thought around it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm sad about this and that's why I'm thinking about this and that's why I'm sad. No, it was no thought. And what happens, because our bodies become addicted to the stress hormones we produce when we're stressed and have a lot of emotion, is it wants to find something to attach a story to that sensation in your body. And then you get all caught up in it. Like in my book, I have a chapter, it talks about feeling the emotion versus becoming the emotion. You can learn to feel the feeling and the energy and move it through your body without getting all wrapped up and, really just out of hand and overwhelmed by it. So I saw my mind starting to go over there to try to think about something that made me sad. And I had enough awareness and no, this isn't anything. No story needs to be attached to this. Let's just sit down. I sat right here and feel sad and let the sadness come out. So I sat there and I cried for a little bit. And about 15 minutes later, I just, was like really focusing on the sensation of the body, of the sadness. And then it left my body within 15 minutes. I felt totally content, peaceful, and great throughout the rest of the day. Didn't know what it was about. It's like, okay, I understand though. It's just energy coming out. Boom, it comes out. You go through layers of healing sometimes, right? So then the next day, I'm going around doing chores and riding around in the car, and all of a sudden, I get real emotional again. Like I want to cry out of nowhere, and I'm not thinking about anything. And now I'm not at home, and I can't like center on the feeling, right? I'm crying, I'm trying around, and I'm like, oh, I'm crying. I don't know what this is about, but oh my god, and I just let it come out, and I'm being careful, At one time, I pulled over and like just kind of centered on it. And then later, I was getting my teeth cleaned at the dentist, and I was feeling anxiety in my stomach. I was just cleaning my teeth. And so I'm like talking to my little girl inside, put my hand in my belly, and it's okay, sweetie, it's okay, while they're cleaning the teeth. And then I came home and I was tired and still a little sad. And I was like, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm not even thinking about anything. So I laid down for a meditation, and the guided meditation I chose just didn't fit me right. I was like, no, that's not what I want. And then just intuitively, I was like, oh, I'm going to listen to the inner child healing meditation. And I hadn't listened to that in like probably 8 months. And boom, that's exactly what I needed. I connected. I gave her lots of love. I cried a little bit. It was very powerful. And then I felt fine and slept great that night. The next day, it dawned on me. Sometimes I'm a little slow. It dawned on me. I go, oh, that came up. That was another level of healing for my inner child, because I was so focused on this content that I was going to, help other people with. It brought up just little residuals of healing that still are there. Now before, when I first started healing in this manner and this focus on inner child, I would weep and weep and weep. I mean, after I saw a movie, The Wisdom of Trauma by Gabor Mate, highly recommend it. I wept for 3 weeks about my childhood. Nothing I didn't know. It was nothing new, but it was just this deeper level of healing. And now it's just these little residues. So that's the good news. It gets easier as it goes on. And the other cool thing about it is I know that when you help other people heal, you heal. And that's that I heal more too as I help others. And so that's what it was about. And it was so beautiful to be able to understand the process and be really loving and compassionate to myself and see the progress of my learning, of my processing my feelings, and not trying to run away from it, stuff it, get distracted or whatever, and just give it attention, let it be, give it love. And it left my body, and I felt great afterwards. And I just felt so happy to see the progress of, me processing my feelings. It's not the first time, but I'm seeing that more and more. I'm like, getting good at this.